Hey guys, more exciting news coming from Nikon. So if you're a Nikon user or you're thinking of getting into Nikon, this is a great time. This year we have already seen the fantastic Z60 getting launched. We're expecting to see a couple of more cameras to come in. I think the first news is talking about the next camera to be a Z50 version 2. Now, the Z50, I have used and owned the Z50 in the past, and it's a nice camera, but kind of I wanted a bit more out of that camera, and really wanted that camera to have a flip out screen. Then I got the Z30, which I've kept. I've never sold it. The usability and autofocus of the Z30 straight out of the box was really nice. I loved it, and I often use it, but I honestly don't use it as much as I could because it doesn't have the latest processor. What the XP7 processor means for me is that it can allow me to shoot 10-bit 420 internally. That's what I've been missing in the APS-C cameras for Nikon, especially for video. When I think of shooting stills, I primarily look at the Z8 and the ZF, also not the Z63. But I actually look at something like the Z30 when I'm thinking of video, casual, quick video output. I wanted a camera like that from Nikon for a while, and we honestly don't have the latest generation stuff inside an APS-C body. So the news for the Z50 Mark II version 2 is very exciting for me, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. We haven't really heard a lot about it, but here are my 5 things that I actually look forward to getting from the Z52. The first thing that I want to get is clearly the 10-bit 420, if possible also the ProRes 10-bit 422. Apart from that, I'm looking for 4K 60. I don't want to crop, and I think these cameras should be able to do 4K 60. Fuji has been doing that for years now, 6-7 years now. So I think Nikon, it's high time for Nikon to get into 4K 60 in APS-C mirrorless cameras. I think that's going to really open up the market. Do I want more than 24 megapixels? Probably not. I'm fine with 24 megapixels. I'm fine with 20 megapixels. Yeah, 20 is on the lower side. You don't have anything really to crop into. Very little to crop into there in a 20 megapixel picture. But yeah, so ideally 20 or that recent 26 megapixel sensor that Sony is using, the Fuji cameras have been using for some time now. That sensor would be nice. Now, if you look at the recent Sony release of ZV-E10 version 2, that camera comes at around $1,000 US. I think for a camera like this, it's a bit too much. I think this camera should be within 750 to 800, shouldn't be more than $800 US. So within $800 US, I would like to see internal stabilization. I'd like to see, because there's enough space inside these Z bodies. Look at the size of the mount. Look at the size of the sensor. You have a tremendous amount, you have a lot of space to actually put in an IBIS there. A lot of space for the sensor to move around. So I expect a sensor. I expect IBIS. A flip out screen like this would be nice. The Z50 has a flip up screen like that. That's a bit weird, but I think that is a bit more practical implementation because, if I'm shooting myself, all I need to do is to just see myself somewhere. So if the screen flips down or flips up, I'm fine, because that also allows me to have a camera where it's just easier to shoot stills, when I need to, shooting stills like this, it's not easy. It's a bit disorienting. I don't like that. So I want probably a better implementation of the flip up screen that the Z50 had. I don't know how Nikon will pull that off, but that would be nice to have, or give us that Sony A7R5 screen. Of course, we're not going to get that, but well, that remains the model thing to follow for every camera manufacturer. All right, so IBIS inside, possibly a 20 megapixel sensor, 4K 60 full frame with 4K 60 without crop, APS-C, and possibly even ProRes 422 HQ. The new feature that Nikon added on the Z60, which is that in Full HD, the Z60 can do 240 frames a second in video in 10-bit. That'll be great to see in a camera like the Z50 Mark II, because I think Z52, because I think you don't have that capability in that price point easily, and that just, for me, that's like a open space for Nikon to acquire. And I think that way the Z52 can become a great support to whoever owns Z6 III. And so therefore I think adding some of the features from the Z6 is going to be really, really crucial. All the features that you have seen in cameras like ZF, like you've seen eye detect in manual mode, that's going to be those things. I think things that you've already seen in cameras like the ZF and Z6 III. Some of those features I would like to see in the Z52. So looking forward to the camera. Let me know what you think, what you want from Z50. It's been a while. I think it's been almost 5 years that we see the Z50 come out. I think it came out in 2019. The version 2, after almost 5 years, should be a significant jump from what the camera was. Now, having said all of that, it seems like Nikon's APS-C strategy is to sort of provide you the camera that you're going to use with the full frame lenses. But I truly believe that Nikon should add a bit more to the APS-C lens lineup. I think a few primes added to the lineup is going to be great. But even if Nikon doesn't, I think I have quite a few nice Viltrox lenses coming in for the Z mount. I think the Sigma 23, 56 and 30mm APS-C lenses are also available for the Z mount. So like I said, it's a good time to be in the Z system. It's a good time to consider the Z system. I'm very excited to see what happens with the Z50. In fact, to be honest, I am expecting to see a few innovations to happen in the Z52 that we're probably not expecting and not probably talking about. Possibly even a much better IBIS, e-IBIS, EVR. I don't know. So we'll wait for more news to come in. Let me know what you think, and I'm going to see you soon. Subscribe to the channel.